Okay, so here we are with the AMIGHTY kit. This is by Asmodus. It does come with the Viento tank. The tank actually holds 4 mils of e-liquid. It does come with 2 mesh coils, which I love, love, love. It does have like that swivel top of top fill, which is also great. And then it's got this nice little beauty ring, which we'll be looking at closer down below. Then of course you've got the mod. This mod does take 3 different types of batteries, 21700, 2700, and 18650. It does go all the way up to 100 watts. And it also goes up to 60 watts in temperature control. So yeah, so let's go ahead and go down. We're going to take a look at it and then we'll come back up and pros and cons. So here's the AMIGHTY kit. Asmodus kit. This is what it looks like here. It's got the little logo there. It says AMIGHTY kit. On the back, you're actually going to get technical specifications as to what's included and a little bit of information, just a little bit. Inside the box, also get this warranty card so that you can go ahead and read on that. You're also going to get battery safety warning. It's going to give you a little bit of warning here. Don't use the battery with an overly recessed positive design. This conflicts with our battery safety protection system that requires a protuberant positive battery connection and will not function. So it does give you a little bit of that information. And then this is something that I really, really like that they provide. And this is actually showing you what a good battery looks like. If you've got any rips, tears, it's covered, you don't have the peak insulation coming through, or the battery wrap is completely gone, that is not acceptable. This is what a qualified battery looks like. You're also going to get this USB cable. This is for firmware upgrades. I never recommend charging your battery within the mod unless it's an emergency. Otherwise, please use an external charger for your batteries. It actually saves the battery's longevity, and it also helps your devices. You're also going to get a spare bag of O-rings, so I think that's great. You're also going to be getting the Asmodus Viento sub-ohm tank and an extra coil. This is actually the same coil that is installed inside, which I'll be showing you. And then you're gonna get a spare glass. With the spare glass and this glass, it actually holds 4 mils of e-liquid, so either one, but it does not come with a bubble. And I'll show you why. And then, of course, we're gonna go over the tank first, and then we're gonna go over the mod. So this is the Asmodus Viento sub-ohm tank. And it does have the 810 drip tip, but this of course is not goon style because it does have the O-rings on it, not on the inside. It does have top fill. What you need to do is just find this little symbol right there. Once you find that, you're gonna just swivel it back like so, and it's gonna literally come out like a circle almost. It doesn't go straight back. It like fans out like a circle, and then that's where you would fill your e-liquid. I love the resistance of this. It's really, really tight, which I really like. It doesn't necessarily need a locking feature if it's tight enough, and this is. It hasn't opened up on me at all. I absolutely, absolutely love the look of this tank. I just want to say that. I have to say that. It's got some top knurling right here, and then you've got the symbol there. On this side, it says Asmodus. On this side, there's just a little design here, and then, of course, you've got like these fan... They look like fins to me, fins or fans or something like that. It does have triangular airflow, so you do get 3 slits. Whatever you do to one side will happen to the other, and it is on a stopper. The bottom does say Asmodus Viento, and this is a 27 millimeter diameter. Very, very nice. It's not too small, not too big, just perfect. It does have a protruding 510, but I do not recommend this on any type of a hybrid device. And then to get to your coil, what you're going to do is you're going to screw off the base like this. When you screw off the base like this, you're actually going to be able to see your fins a little bit more. The design actually comes off with the deck, which I think is awesome. To remove your coil, you want to just take this little accent ring off, and this will help you get to your coil a lot faster. And then all you have to do is just unscrew your coil. When you unscrew your coil, this is what the inside looks like. Very, very nice threading, very clean, no grinding whatsoever, which I really, really like. And then this is your coil. This is the specifications. It's 40 to 75 watts, 0.15 ohms, best between 50 to 65 watts. So that is nice. I like that they put that on there. And then of course, this is a mesh coil. Again, the other coil that is included is also the same exact coil. So you have 2 of the same exact coils. And this tank actually also takes any of the Smoke Baby Beast coil heads. So anything that you have. If you've got a smoked baby beast tank, you can actually use those coil heads on this. To screw it in, what I always advise in every single video is screw it backwards until it clicks into place. Once you hear that clicking, then you can go ahead and fully turn it in. This will prevent leaking from misthreading. Like if it's not threaded fully and correctly, you will have that problem. Now, if you notice on the deck, it's got this little notch here. That little notch there actually matches up with the beauty ring right here. There's actually a notch right there. When you're putting the beauty ring on, you do want to make sure that you just go ahead and line up that notch. And basically, the notch is going to be where that little design is. And then you just put it down like this. And then, of course, you're going to go ahead and put your glass on. For me, I am going to actually prime up my coil because I do want to make sure that it's saturated before anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab some e-liquid. I'm going to be using the PB & Jam Monster, the limited edition. This is the grape flavor. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some on the coil just to get it fully saturated. Just to get it primed. So I'm going to put a little bit right there. A little bit right there. You can take off the beauty ring if you want to at this point. But I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And you always want to let it sit for about 5 minutes just so that it gets fully saturated before you start vaping. And that's pretty much it. Now all you do is you just put the top on like this and it screws right into place. I am right-handed. There we go. It helps if you're doing it with the right hand. And then to fill it, you're going to find that little little design here. Push it back. I love this finish. It's like a gunmetal chrome. Very, very nice. It matches the mod absolutely perfectly. And then just go ahead and fill this up. And again, this does hold about 4 mils of e-liquid. Okay, once it's filled like that, just go ahead and close it. Just put it off to the side. Okay, so here we are with the Asmodus AMIGHTY mod. This is what it looks like. It's got the carbon fiber design right here. It's more like a sticker. It's not real carbon fiber, so it's not going to feel too gritty or anything. Very, very nice and smooth. It does have the Asmodus logo there. It does say Asmodus on this side. It also says it on this side, and I love the design that they've actually put on this. It does have like a little lip here, so when you're holding it, it actually fits right in your hand really nice. On the top, you do have a spring-loaded 510 pin. The measurements for this is 87.5 by 52 by 31 across. So you can get up to a 30 mil on top. I've actually already tried it. On the bottom, you do have some battery ventilation. Excuse my fingerprints. This is like that chrome, gunmetal chrome finish, so you will get a little bit of fingerprints, but it doesn't really bother me. You've also got your USB here for your firmware upgrade, and then your fire button right there. Now, if you notice, the fire button is very, very recessed, so it's actually in line with your OLED screen. And then to get to the battery, what you're going to do is you just pull on either name Asmodus, pull it off like this. Inside, you're going to get your 18650 battery adapter. This mod does take 21700, 2700, and 18650 with the battery adapter. Inside, you're going to see that it says push up. That's because this is spring-loaded right here. So you do want to push your battery up when you're placing it in so that it's got a nice, tight, firm situation going on, so it's not loose and you won't have any type of battery rattle. It does indicate negative here and positive here, so I'm going to go ahead and get my battery. I'm actually using my Gulisi 21700 battery, absolutely one of my favorite batteries. And you go ahead and push up when you're inserting, and when you do, it'll actually go right up over that lip and fit in there perfectly. The door does not have any magnets on it, but that's okay because it actually fits right into place and it moves none. No movement whatsoever. It's just on there. No rattle, no movement, no shaking. So I really, really like that. Go ahead and go over the menu. Okay, so this is 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. So I'm going to go ahead and click it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it comes on. You've got the little spinning wheel. On the top, it's going to say power. And then you've got your wattage. You've also got your voltage, your resistance, your seconds fired, and your puff counter. On the bottom, it's also got a symbol that's going to show your battery as well as an N and then lock. The N is actually for your vape strength. So to change, we'll go ahead and change it from here. This mod will go anywhere from 5 watts to 100 watts in wattage mode and from 5 watts to 60 watts in temperature control. So to get into the menu to do any changes, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and swipe down. When you swipe down, it'll actually unlock it. So that lock will show unlocked. And while it's unlocked, if you do it again, it'll change the different vape strengths. So that's hard, normal, and soft. I do like mine in normal, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it in normal. There we go. To change your wattage, what you're gonna do is just press on the wattage that's showing, and then you can go up in increments of 1. It will go all the way up to 100 watts, and it will go as low as 5. It does not round robin, so you will have to do this manually. So that's for the wattage. To select it, you're just gonna press your fire button one time and it's selected. Get into the other menu or the sub menu settings, you're gonna press your fire button 5 times quickly. And then you're gonna see a power button. To turn off your device, this is how you would do it, and you would just press and hold, and then it'll say system off and it'll turn off. Getting the power button again, now is where you can actually get to the sub menu. So what you wanna do is just scroll over. The next one is gonna be edit. This one here is to clear your puff timer, so you can go ahead and clear that. It's already cleared. The next one is gonna be eco. I'm not exactly sure what the eco is. I'm thinking that it is to save your battery, but I'm not exactly sure. So I don't really touch that one. The next one here, this is if you wanna do your firmware upgrade, you would just go ahead and press your yes. The next one is gonna be your version. This is gonna tell you the version of your chip. It does use the Asmodus GX100 UTC chip that most of their mods use. Just press your fire button to get out of it. This is where you can actually change your screen colors. If you notice, I have the default screen colors, which shows blue. You can also have white, you can have orange, you can have red, you can have purple, you can have green. I'm actually gonna change it to the green, so just press your fire button to select it. Scroll over again. This is where you can actually adjust your brightness. The 10 is the max, and then you can go down. You see how it dims down? I like it at the max. So max is 10. Hit your fire button again. Scroll over. This is where you can actually choose how you want to unlock your device. If you notice at the beginning, I had to swipe down to unlock it. There's also an option to click it 3 times. I love this option. This is the one I usually change all of mine to, so I'm gonna go ahead and change it. This right here is actually your timeout. This is right now set at 10 seconds. It does go up to a full 60 seconds and as low as, scroll, 3 seconds. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and put it up to the max of 60. The next one is gonna be your resistance. This is actually gonna show you what your resistance is if you already have the coil on, which I don't have a tank on it right now. And then you're back to power. If you notice, the color's now changed to green. So I've got green, white, and green. You can change it to any color that you want. So that is the sub menu. To get into the actual menu, you can either swipe down if you haven't changed it, or for me now, 1, 2, 3 will actually unlock it. So instead of me having to swipe, I can literally just click it 3 times and it'll unlock it. All you do is you swipe over. When you swipe over, you get to the next one, which is temperature control. The next one after that is curve. The next one is TCR. The next one after that is TFR, and then power. You're back to power. Now in temperature control, to change any of the settings, just press your temp button, and this is where you can actually select your materials. So for instance, we do have the nickel 200. You've also got titanium, stainless steel 317, stainless steel 316, 304, and then you're back to the beginning. So this is actually where you would actually select your material type. Click your fire button to select it. Now it's showing right here, stainless steel as your material. To change your wattage and temperature control, what you're going to do is press and hold on the wattage, and then this is where you can actually change your wattage and temperature control. It will only go up to 60 watts and as low as 5 watts. You can also change the temperature. If you just click on the screen, just touch it, it changes between the wattage and the actual temperature control. To change this, you just press and hold the temperature. This is where you can actually change it. It does go from 212 degrees Fahrenheit to 572, and then 100 degrees Celsius to 300 degrees Celsius. You just go to the max, and then you click it again, and it will go over to your Celsius. So it does round robin in that sense. Okay, the next one is your curve. Let's go into the curve. To change your curve, it does have it in wattage. All you're gonna do is just go ahead and press and hold your wattage, and this is gonna give you your curve settings. You can actually set your wattage, and then you can select how many seconds that wattage is on. TCR is TCR. You're gonna go ahead and set it. It's actually got your memories here. This is where you would set your temperature. To set the TCR settings, just press on the TCR. And then this is where you would actually put in your TCR settings. I don't personally use TCR settings, so that is nothing really to me. And then that's it. That's pretty much it. I'm actually just going to go back over to the power. Okay, so that's it for the mod. It pretty much is user-friendly. Now, another thing is that you can lock the full device if you want to, instead of powering it off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This will actually system locked. It'll show system locked. This way you cannot fire it. You can't change anything. Nothing can be done. 1, 2, 3 will actually unlock it and you can do anything you want. Let's go ahead and put the tank back on. And then we're going to take it up and take a look at it and vape on it. And then I'll give you my pros and cons on the Asmodus AMIGHTY kit. So let's go on top. Okay, so here we are back on top with the AMIGHTY kit. I'm going to go ahead and have a vape because, well, why not? That's what I'm here for. I currently have it set at 65 watts. And I have not been able to stop using the PB&J or whatever, Jam Monster, whatever, because the flavor on these coils is so immense. I really, really like it. Mesh coils generally typically give great flavor, and these are no different. I do love the flavor that they give off, and it doesn't take too long for the coils to ramp up, because as long as you prime your coil and then you go ahead and saturate a little bit on the inside and then let it sit about 5 to 10 minutes, it's actually flavor straight on. I have not had any issues with flavor with these coils. I love the triangular airflow. That to me is key. I think that enhances the flavor. That's been my standing since the first time I ever tried triangular airflow. I think that it just brings out the flavor in the mesh coils. So it just does a lot to do that. Another pro, yeah, I'm going into pros. Another pro for the tank is the fact that you can actually use any of the Baby Beast coils. So if you have Baby Beast coils that you want to use, you can actually use it on this as well, which I think is great that you can interchange some coils. The one thing I don't like, I mean, I love the aesthetics of this, don't get me wrong. The aesthetics of the tank is absolutely beautiful. I love the little design at the bottom of the tank. I love all of that. The only con I have to that is to get your coil out, you have to take off the beauty ring. That's subjective. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't take too long. It's got the little notch for you to put it back in. And once it's on, it looks absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. I think that it just gives it that little, that extra oomph, you know? It just brings it out and it makes it look different than any of the other tanks out there. Another subjective con, which is the only other one that I have, is the fact that you can't use a bubble glass on this. I am a fan of bubble glass. I absolutely love bubble glass. That being said, though, it looks hot. It just looks hot. So it's not really hurting anything. 4 mils is kind of low, but with something that looks this good, I'll go ahead and fill it more. Now on to the mod. The mod, I want to say, is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the finish of this. I love the fact that they included the carbon fiber because it just makes it more grippable. It just makes it easy to hold. So I do like that. I love the fact of the battery door that it doesn't even have any magnets. It slides on there and there's no wiggle or anything to that. I like that. I like that they indicated on the battery to go ahead and push up to make sure that you're not going to rip or tear your batteries. You definitely want to go ahead and push up before you take it out. Just like it says when you're inserting it, you want to take it out the same way. The menu I think is awesome. I like the fact that it's got so many options, but if you don't want to go into the options, you don't have to. I like the fact that they put all those extras on a sub menu because that way it's not clogging up the main menu. Like, you know that you can go into power and the temperature control and the TCR or whatever and deal with that there. But anything else further, like to go in and change the colors or to change your screen timeout and puff counter and all that, you can actually do within the sub menu. So I love, love, love that. The locking feature, the 3 clicks to lock the whole system. For those of you that just want to like not go through the menu to actually power it off, that's probably going to be helpful for you. For me, I'd rather just power it off. It saves my battery, and that's just my opinion. I love the fact that no matter what you do, when you click the fire button, it locks everything. Like it locks it. So you can't accidentally touch it and change anything. So that to me is a definite big pro. Another pro is the fact that it's touchscreen. I absolutely love this touchscreen. It's very responsive. If you notice down below, it's more responsive than the fire button for me. The fire button, you do have to do it quickly in order to make your selections, the 3 clicks or the 5 clicks. Because if you're not hitting it right, you know, real quick, then of course you're gonna have to do it again. But for the touchscreen, it works so good. It's like very responsive. So that to me is a huge pro. Being able to change the colors depending on my mood is definitely a pro. I love that they added that. That wasn't necessary, but I love that they added that. And it's a easy interface. The interface is so easy. You literally, if all you're going to use is power, just stay on power. That's all you need. If you want to go into temperature control, you can go ahead and change those settings. If you want to do curve settings, you can do it. I love the fact that they give you the different options, but I like that they're easy and you don't have to go into them if you don't necessarily use them. The only con that I did find to this is, and it's a subjective con for sure, is that fire button is actually so recessed that I'm usually, whenever I'm vaping, I'm looking for the fire button without looking at it. So I feel for it. I'm a thumb pusher. So for me, a lot of times I'm like, where is it? Did I get it? I just like thumb firing. When I thumb fire, my hand fits absolutely perfectly right there. I don't have to worry about it. You can go ahead and finger fire it. That to me though, in my vaping style is just not comfortable. So I don't like to finger fire it. I do like to thumb fire it. So I just wish that this button was not so recessed. I think that they should have stuck it out just a little bit more, but I know why they did it, because a lot of times when you do have a button that sticks out a little bit, that does cause rattle, or it causes rattle. And a lot of people don't like rattle. This has absolutely no rattle. Nothing. My jewelry is rattling, but this isn't. So I love that. You can change your vape strength really easy. You don't even have to go into a menu. All you got to do is just swipe or click and then just change it. And like, how easy is that? I do like the shortcuts that it has. I think that it's just amazing. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for my review. If you like or have used Asmodus products before, it uses the same chipset. It's used about the same way. The menu system has not changed. I feel like it's so easy to navigate. It's crazy. And I love the aesthetics of this. Being able to use 3 types of batteries, another huge pro. Asmodus really kicked it out of the park with this. I think that just the look, the feel, the use of it. I've been using this for about, I want to say going on 2 weeks, and it's just amazing. I love how it feels. It is one of those mods that I'll grab for because of the fact that it's so easy to navigate and it's just so user-friendly and it fits so good in the hand. I love the feel of this. It was sent to me for the purpose of this review. It does not change my opinion of it. I just think that this is just, I mean, it's just a work of art, honestly. I love the looks of it. I love the feel of it. Being able to use those 3 batteries is definitely key, because they even provide you a battery adapter. I mean, crazy. So you can use 3 batteries. It goes up to 100 watts if you want it. I don't really vape 100 watts, but it's there for you. And not only that, it's just beautifully made. And I love the fact that they did match the tank to the mod, and they gave it the little bit of differences to make it look and match the mod perfectly. So yeah, so I would love to hear your comments on it. What are your thoughts about this? Is this something that you would actually vape on? Is this something that you would like? Do you like the 3 battery options? Do you like touchscreen? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion, and I will see you in the next one.